What's going on, guys? I'm Uncle Lee, bullgearrc videos. So, been tagged by Fern Solo, and what that means is I have to describe 3 of my old hobbies, and then I have to go ahead and tag 3 other channels for them to do the same thing. So I guess I'm just going to start at the beginning. I've only really had 3 hobbies. For me, I've had pretty eclectic tastes in hobbies, and a hobby for me has to be kind of multifaceted, has to have a little bit of a learning curve to it, otherwise I'll get bored. So yeah, my first real hobby was CB radios. Not just truck driver style CB radios, more to the competition style CB radios, where we took CB radios and put big amplifiers, and yeah, we could talk skip, or we did competitions with each other. Now, if you're not familiar with that, we had what we call, some people call it CB drag racing. More commonly it's just called key downs, and what that means is we get 2 vehicles with the same size amplifiers and pull up next to each other, and then we'd get somebody 10 or 20 miles away to call it for us with a recorder, and they'd give us a 3 count, and we'd both kind of key down at the same time, and the guy would tell us which one he heard. And sometimes during certain parts of the year we get what's called propagation or skip, and this is when we have solar flares, sunspots, whatnot, and that solar activity causes the ionosphere to have a positive charge. And when this happens, your CB radio signal is a positive charge, so it bounces back down to Earth somewhere, different states, different countries, or whatever. So yeah, it's kind of a free-for-all when that happens, because the guy with the biggest radio, the best conditions, kind of is the one that gets heard. So that was a thing that I did for a while, and I had my equipment was custom made. Here's a picture of it. So that's what I did with the CB radio stuff. I did that for a good many years. I got into it, got back out, got back into it again. It was a pretty fun hobby. It was kind of technical. You had to have your stuff just right, because it was rather expensive. The amplifying transistors that we used were 50, 60, 70 bucks a piece, and when you got 10 or 20 of those in there, or however many you have, you don't want to screw it up and find that magic smoke. So anyway, yeah, that was the first hobby I did. And then well, it came to be that things weren't right. I changed jobs and this and that, so I wasn't driving all over all the time, so I really didn't have time for that. And I started buying stuff and selling stuff on eBay, and that's when I found a old Lawn Boy lawnmower. It was like a 1953. I didn't know that at the time, but I looked at it and I never seen nothing like it. So I bought it with the intention of reselling it, and then I started studying it, and I found out it was a 1953. It was the first year that they actually made the push mower, and one thing led to another, and the next thing you know, I had about 20 of these old vintage Lawn Boy mowers and edgers and riding mowers, and started restoring that stuff, buying and selling on eBay. I actually got I got to the point where I was buying out lawnmower shops their new old stock, vintage stuff, and reselling that on eBay. And I had at one point eBay sent me an email that said I was in the top 10% of eBay sellers in lawn and garden. So that there was that. It kind of got a little bit out of hand. I had a lot of stuff, made pretty decent money doing that, and but I got a big collection, and with my job traveling all the time, I'm only home every weekend or two, so really wasn't a lot of time for me to continue doing that, and I had my wife doing all my shipping for me, and well, you know, that wasn't working out for me. So here is a picture of a 1960 Lawn Boy Edger as I found it on Craigslist. And now here is a picture of this 1960 Lawn Boy Edger after I restored it. So anyway, since all that didn't, you know, I didn't have time for all that. I was laying around in motels, you know, with this job that I currently have, and I was watching busted knuckle videos, and I had my phone on autoplay, you know, watching rock bouncing and whatever. And the next thing I know, auto played a RC car rock bouncing video, and well, I watched about 100 of those videos after I seen that one. I thought it was pretty cool, and I got to thinking to myself that, well, you know what, I bet you I could carry one of these in my travel-on, or my carry-on bag. So yeah, that was around December of 2017 when I was watching all these videos, and January 1st of 2018 I decided that this was going to be the new thing that I did. And that day I started my YouTube channel. I decided I was going to have a YouTube channel about hobby grade RC trucks. So that's what I did. January 1st 2018 I started the channel, and I ordered my SCX 10.2 JK CRC edition, and pretty much everything since then has been right here on my channel. So yeah, those are my 3 hobbies, guys. That's about all I can say about that. So now I have to tag 3 other channels. So my first channel, guys, is going to be YYC Designs up in Canada, my guy Twist there. My second channel is going to be Mr. Magnet 007. And my third channel is going to be Tommy Martin MSR RC. I'll leave links in the description below. You guys check them out. And till next time, old Uncle Lee, bullgearrc video said, I'll see ya.